Hey everybody, welcome back to Pink K-Pop Academy. My name is Orna and today we are finally going to be doing Footwork Level 2. So we got some really cool moves coming up today like kick pulls, leg swoops, happy feet, butterfly knees and a step tap based on the Charleston style. Alright guys, so let's get started with the kick pull. Now as the name suggests, there is a kick and then a pull, okay? So we'll start this together on the right foot, nice and easy. Just give me a kick. Choo. Now, important about this kick is that the foot is flexed, okay? No pointed toes here, and the leg is nice and straight, okay? We're trying to stretch the leg out as straight as we can when we do this move, okay? And the upper body will almost lean back a little bit as well, but just to focus on the leg, really, really nice and straight on the leg, okay? Right to the edge of its extension, and then pull the knee up like that, okay? And again, if you're getting the upper body involved, the body leans back forward a little bit there, okay? So what's happening here, what makes this move so, I suppose the most characteristic element of this move is the kind of the bouncy, stretchy feeling to when this move shows up, okay? And what we're doing there is we're stretching out the body like elastic, but you know when you let go, it bounces back. So there's that feeling of stretching out and then pew, bouncing back like elastic. So it becomes kind of bouncy, okay? Like your leg reaches the edge of where it can possibly stretch and then it has to come back up. Boing, okay? The other image, if you prefer, is if there's something bouncy down there, like a trampoline or a bouncy ball, and as your foot hits it, it's forced back up, it bounces back up, okay? Whatever helps you get that bouncy, elastic feeling to the move, that is the most characteristic element of it, so it's the most important part, okay? So kick it long and then pull it back up, stretch and pull. Boing, like that, okay? So let's do a couple of these together. Here we go. 3, 4, boing. Yeah, give me that again. 3, 4, boing. Give me one more time. 3, 4, boing. And one last one just to be sure. 3, 4, boing. Okay, now, sometimes this shows up just straight in front. More commonly, it shows up as a side thing, okay? And when we're doing it to the side, we'll normally get the upper body definitely involved there, okay? So there'll be a little bit of leaning out towards the left side, okay? So this would be from practicing your chest and hip basics. You'd have an idea of how to get these in. If you haven't done that yet, don't worry about it. The basics playlist is in the description box, so you can check it out then, okay? But the idea would be that we'd be leaning, again, stretching out the body, and then boop, pulling it back in to create that bounce of the kick and pull, okay? Try it together. 3, 4, boing. Yeah, one more time. 3, 4, a boing. Give me just one more. 3, 4, boing. I know, I always lie when I say one more time. So, where this most commonly, and I mean really most commonly shows up, if you face the side for me, is we would kick straight behind, okay, and we keep it nice and high, yeah, and then as we pull in, we turn, okay, whether that's to the front, or if it's all the way to the other side. It most commonly shows up as a transition between directions, okay? It's where this comes up a lot. So, it's the exact same move, kick and pull, okay? It's just a little bit harder in terms of balance. Keep the foot as high as you can when you go behind, okay? We don't want it to get too low because it loses some drama, some dynamic, okay? So, kick it nice and long, and then we're going to just try and get to the front with that boing, okay? Here we go. 3, 4, boing. Awesome, well done. It's okay if you're a bit wobbly, don't worry, just reset and give it another go. Let's go again. 3, 4, kick in. Okay, let's go again. Here we go. 3, 4, kick in. Okay, give me one more, I really mean it. One more this time. 3, 4, boing. Okay, well done. So those are your kick pulls in a couple of different forms. Really, really helpful to practice those, even if it's just to get used to that feeling of the stretching and bouncing, because it can create some really cool shapes and feelings in K-pop when you get the hang of that stretch and pull feeling, whether it's for the legs or other body parts. So do recommend practicing this quite a bit, but for now, let's move on to move number 2. All right, guys, so our next move is leg swoops. So these are nice and easy, but again, they can be a little bit difficult with balancing and stuff, so that's why we're going to practice them together a little bit, okay? So what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with our left leg, okay? And we're just going to hop onto the left leg. Whoop. Yep. Pretty sure you can do that, but let's do it one more time just to make sure. 3, 4. Little hop onto the left leg. Okay. So what's the right leg doing? The right leg, just put it out in front first, okay? it's going to make a big semicircle, a big C shape all the way around to the back. Okay? Sometimes it'll only need to go kind of this far. Sometimes it'll be going all the way behind. That's a lot less common unless there's a spin coming up after it. Normally it just kind of goes around a little bit somewhere towards the back. Okay? So, toward in front and around. One more time, put it in front and around. Now, if you're struggling with that, if your hips are a little bit inflexible, okay, what makes it easier is that we usually, when we do this move anyway, lean forward a little bit, okay? And we're also going to bend the left knee a little bit, okay? So, as I always say, lower is better. But in this case, it helps to give the hips some more mobility, makes the move more comfortable, and it actually makes you a bit more steady. If the knee's a bit bent and you're leaning a bit forward, yeah? And it makes it look cooler too. So, you know, it's a win for all situations. So, we're going to do this one more time. Here we go. 3, 4, and around. Very good. Do it just one more. Here's me lying again. Do it just one more time, okay? Make it really big. Drop it down a little bit. 3, 4, and around. Okay, so now when we're doing these, right, the swoop will start with the hop, okay? So we'll hop, and that flicks out the right foot, and then we continue the swoop. Now, I just had you practicing from front and around. Very, very rarely will you actually need to kick to the front and go all the way around, okay? Unless the foot is already there, in which case you're not hopping anyway, okay? And it'll be a bit easier. Mostly when we do that hop, the right foot just flicks out towards kind of that diagonal side or even straight out to the side, depending on the dance. You'll see it in the details in the dance, okay? And you just keep the swoop going after that, okay? So we're gonna try aim for a bit kind of forward, right, diagonal, that kind of area for our kick, and we'll just keep swooping it around, okay? So we have the left leg is ready to hop, yeah? Here we go. 3, 4, swoop. Okay, one more, get the left leg ready. Here we go. 3, 4, and swoop. That's it, give me one more. 3, 4, and swoop. Very nice. And we'll do a couple on the other side, just to make sure that both legs are happy. Okay, so just the hop first. Yeah, one more time. Get that leg used to it. Put the left leg out. Swoop it around. Get the feeling of the hips. Really, really important that your hips are comfortable, okay? One more time. Swoop it around. Okay, we give it a go. Yeah, get the right leg ready. Here we go. 3, 4, swoop. Awesome. One more time. 3, 4, swoop. Okay, and the last one. 3, 4, swoop. Well done. So that is your leg swoops. Let's go on to the next one. All right, guys. So our next move is happy feet. Now, this is going to build on the heel toe lifts that we did in Footwork 1. Okay. So what we're going to do is put your feet facing each other, and your knees are going to be facing in as well. Okay, I know it feels a bit weird. Bear with me. Okay. And we're starting with that heel toe lift. Okay. So we're lifting the right heel and we're lifting the left toe. Okay. Whoop, just like that. Bring it down and up and bring it. Y'all know what you're doing. You did this before. Okay. So what we're going to do is lift, push, and drop. Okay. And what's happening with that push is that that left heel is in the ground and it's just pushing the right, the toe out, and the right toe is in the ground and it's just pushing that right heel in like that. Okay, just push it across. Phew. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lift, push, and drop. Okay, you ready? Here we go. 3, 4, lift, push, and drop. It's okay if you got stuck, lost, or confused, or mixed up your feet. That's fine. Let's just give it another go. 3, 4, lift, push, and drop it down. Yeah, let's go again. Don't think too hard, just give it a go. 3, 4, lift, push, and drop. Give me one more. Here we go. 3, 4, lift, push, and drop. Okay, stay here for me, okay? We're going to do the exact same thing. It's the same lift, lifting the right heel, lifting the left toe, okay? Lift, just push it back where it was and drop it back down, yeah? Reset that there. Here we go again. 3, 4, lift, push it back and drop it down. Yeah, give me that one more time. Here we go. 3, 4, lift it, push it, and drop it. Okay, now it's okay if you haven't got the hang of this yet. It does take time to practice this particular move. It took me ages to get the hang of it. Okay, so don't worry if you haven't got it yet, but we are going to start putting things together now just to keep the video moving along, but you can stop and practice this as much as you need to. Okay, so we're going to go from the starting position. We're going to go lift, push, down, lift, push, down. Okay, and we're going to do this all together. Nice and slow. 3, 4, lift, push, down, and lift, push, down. Okay, let's try that one more time. 3, 4, lift, push, down, and lift, push, down. Last one, here we go. 3, 4, lift, push, down, lift, push, down. Okay, awesome. Now, when the move comes up, we don't normally separate the lift and the push. The lift and the push happen together. So we just push straight into it. The reason I include the lift there is to get you used to which foot is lifted, which part of which foot is lifted and dropped, okay? So now we're going to try, without the lift, we're just going to try push across, okay? So it's that left toe coming up to push across and that right heel pushing across, okay? We ready? Here we go. 3, 4, push. Okay, let's try bring it back. 3, 4, push. Bring it out again. 3, 4, push. And bring it back. 3, 4, push. Okay, now there is a lift happening in the move as we go, but it's not separated. We're just lifting as we move. Yeah, again, this might take your body a little while to get used to. Okay, in the meantime, let's try it on the other side. Okay, so because we're changing sides, we're going to bring that lift, push down, back again. Okay, so we're going to the other way, so the feet have to be reversed. Okay, so this time it's the right toe is off the ground and the left heel is off the ground. So let's do the lifts first. 3, 4, lift. Good, get used to that. 3, 4, lift. Well done, give me one more. 3, 4, lift. Okay, let's try. Lift, push, down, lift, push, down. Same thing as it was on the left. Let's give it a go. 3, 4, lift, push, down, and lift, push, down. Okay, we ready to try again? 3, 4, lift, push, down, and lift, push, down. Now your feet might be getting confused. You might be doing the wrong one. That's okay. It's okay. There's a lot of coordination going on here. It's okay to make mistakes. Like I said, it took me ages to get the hang of this. Just do what you can for now. Let's try that one more time. 3, 4, lift, push, down, and lift, push, down. And if you're ready, we're going to try that going straight without the lift. Okay, here we go. 3, 4, push, and push, and push, and push, and. Okay, so I think that's enough for now. But when you have had a chance to practice these and get more comfortable with them, the next thing you can start practicing is going side and other side, from side to side like that. Okay? These are really, really useful. They come up all the time. Being able to isolate the left and the right toe and heel, excellent skill, okay? Really, really, really comes up all the time. So definitely worth practicing these. It will just take a little while, but that's okay. You're doing awesome. Let's move on to the next one. All right, guys, so our next move is butterfly knees. Now there's a couple of different levels to this, so we'll start with the simplest one and then I'll add detail to make it harder and you can see where you are comfortable. Okay, so we're starting like we did last time with the knees bent in towards each other, but not so close together with the feet. It's a little bit easier if the feet are a little bit more apart. Okay, and we're going to be using mostly our toes for this. The heels are going to be coming off the ground quite a bit. Okay, just to get used to that idea. Okay, so butterfly knees, what we're doing is we're bringing the knees out and in, and they're kind of flapping like butterfly wings. Okay, like that. Okay, so the easiest version, okay, so when this comes up is to just drop your knees in, okay, and then go straight out to the side and drop them in and straight out to the side. Okay, so if that's all you're able for, that's the first kind of version of it. Okay, just dropping the knees in and dropping them straight out. Okay, and even that can take some getting used to. Okay, but generally when we're doing butterfly knees, what we're talking about here is the knees coming forward, lifting up those heels, coming forward and out and around. Okay, so that you're starting with everything bent in, but you're ending with everything bent out. Okay, and the same coming back in, we're lifting out around towards the front and dropping back in, and lifting and out and dropping and lifting and around and in and around, okay, around. So there's this drop and out and drop and out, in and out. I've been scooting backwards, I've been moving back forwards. Okay, in and out, and out, in and out. Okay, so we're lifting around in circles the whole time, okay? Now, to make it kind of one level harder, or this might even feel easier for you depending on how flexible your body is, we actually have some hip motion going on in here as well, okay? So when the knees are in, the hips are back, okay? Like this, looking real awkward, yeah? Nice and cute. So the hips are back when the knees are in, okay? And then as they lift forward, the hip is going to lift forward. And then as they drop out, the hip is going to drop back. And then again, bring it forward and back and forward and back, okay? So what my hips look like, starting in, we go forward and drop it back and forward and drop it back. And it becomes like a hip move as you go as well. There's hip motion in it, which again helps to free up the knee, and the knee in turn frees up the hip, and the move becomes more kind of fluid and flexible, okay? So we try a couple of these together. So starting with the knees in, okay, we're going to go out and then back in. 3, 4, out and in and out and in and out and in and, okay? Now something that often happens with this move is that we'll go in to the side, in to the other side. So where we lean when we land might change. I'm just realizing now these shoes are not at all ideal for this move. They're way too grippy. I recommend practicing this in not grippy shoes, or maybe even your socks, because again, it frees up the hips and the knees. There's a lot of resistance happening right now, and that's not good for your knees. So if you're feeling a lot of grip, change it up, okay? Because it's not good for the joints, okay? But I will persevere because I'm here and my boots look really cool, so I'm going to stick with it. So just do a couple more with me, and then we'll move on to the next move, okay? Here we go. 3, 4. So drop, out, lift, in, lift, out, lift, in, lift, out, lift, in. One more, out, lift, and in. And those are your butterfly knees. Well done. All right, guys, so our last move for today is this step tap Charleston style step move, okay? So there's 2 versions of this that we're going to do. We're going to do, one of them is, firstly, it's easier, and secondly, it's actually much more common in K-pop, so we're going to do the easier one first, but the other one does come up as well, so we're going to go through that after. But first, start with the left toe on the ground, okay? And what's going to happen with this left foot is kind of similar to the happy feet earlier. It's going to push in, okay? And you can go center in, or you can go out, in, whatever you want to do. Your body will tell you, okay? But for now, just focus on the in feeling, okay? Pushing it in. What's happening with the right foot is that it's just going to tap out and out and out and out, okay? And that's happening with the out. So the left foot's pushing out towards the right, and the right foot's tapping on the floor, okay? And then we lift it up, and then we go again, and we lift into the center, and we go again, and to the center, and we go again, and to the center, and we go again. I hope you're doing this with me, and I'm not just alone. Here we go, up and out, up and out. Okay, so we can also do it on the other side, just to get a bit of practice. So right foot, okay, heel goes in, left foot's gonna go tap, tap, tap to the side. Ready? We give it a go. Here we go. 3, 4, out and out and out and out. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for this leg, because your whole body weight is essentially balanced on one toe. Oh, not one toe, on the toe of your foot. One toe would be very impressive. On the toe of your foot, yeah? But once you get used to it, you build up the strength. You'll be able to do it fine. Okay? Side, 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 side. Okay, so another way that this move comes up, slightly more, not that much more complicated, is where the foot will tap behind. Instead of being out to the side, the foot will tap behind the body, okay? So we'll go back to that right foot tapping, that left foot going in and in and in like that, okay? So we're gonna go back, same thing, back and back and back. So very similar, but instead of going out, we're just going back, that's all. Back and back. And very rarely we'll be stepping in front. It doesn't happen very often in K-pop that we're doing these to the front, unless we're kind of using it to change position. But it doesn't, yeah, it's good to practice it, but it doesn't happen that much. Mostly we're doing this tapping behind thing. Okay, let's swap that over and see how the other foot does. So we've got the right foot, heel is moving, left foot, toe is tapping. Yeah, we give it a go. Here we go, stepping behind. 3, 4, back, and back, and back, and back, and. Awesome. Okay, so what I want for you guys to practice this, okay, I'm going to give you a set of 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to do that set. We're going to do it one time together. And then if you guys practice that like that, it'll get your feet used to this idea of tapping the weight, keeping the other foot moving. Also, the difference between tapping and stepping is really important as well, okay? But we're going to go through that after we've done a run through of these practices, okay? So let's give it a go together. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Together. 1, 2, 3. Together. 1, 2, 3. Together. 1, 2, 3. Together. Okay, well done. So you keep practicing that. It's going to make a big, big difference to how you're able to control your footwork. But as I said just a minute ago, there's a difference between tapping and stepping. So tapping is where we're putting the foot out, but we're not really putting any or much weight on it, okay? And what's happening there is we're leaving the foot free to take another step, to move in a different direction, to keep going, okay? If we step onto a foot, okay, now we've freed the other foot, but this right leg isn't going to move anywhere, okay? Because we've committed our weight to it. So sometimes a move will require you to tap the weight, so you're not committing to it and it leaves the foot free to move again. Sometimes we are committing to it. So the difference between kind of tapping and continuing to tap, or maybe tapping and then changing and stepping behind again. That would be the difference between tapping it and stepping it. And you'll see that in choreographies where it changes. Very often there'll be a tap and then a step. That kind of thing will come up, okay? But now you know the difference, okay? So those are all of our footwork things for today. You guys have done an amazing job learning all of these. It's okay if you didn't get the hang of them all today. It takes time to practice all this stuff. Definitely took me ages to practice all these different things and get the hang of them all. You're doing great, and I will see you all in the next video, okay? Bye!